Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Falling Over Books. For today's video, I am doing the Bookish Bookin book tag. And as always, I will link the creator's video down below so you can check that out. There are 15 questions, so let's just get started. Question number 1. What is a well-loved book that you hated? And this is not necessarily a book I hated, I just didn't really like it as much as everybody else did because I think I read it maybe too late. Like, I feel like a lot of people read this book when they were a little bit younger, but I read it a couple years ago and I was already kind of over the middle grade stuff, and that is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. I just wasn't that big of a fan. So, number 2, what is a guilty pleasure book? I don't really feel guilty for anything that I read, but maybe like Alexa Riley's books. I think all of their books are kind of guilty pleasures, just like random reads. And yeah, I would say their books. Number 3, have you ever spoiled a book for someone? If so, which book? No, I have not. I'm pretty cautious. Even when I'm on Twitter, I don't really like to spoil people, like, at all. But maybe I have spoiled someone on Twitter before. If so, sorry. But I don't, like, even if the book is out for years and years, I just don't really feel the need to talk about spoilery things, you know? But maybe for the Addicted series, I maybe spoiled someone on Twitter, but I don't think so. Number 4, what book made you ugly cry? This book I have, Addicted After All by Kristen Becker Ritchie. This book made me bawl like a baby, in a good way though, you know, like not sad, but just like, well, kind of sad, but like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you know, when you're really proud of characters and they have, excuse me, like this big development. This book made me cry. Actually, pretty much all the Addicted books made me cry at one point in each book, so, but I remember crying like a baby during this one. 5, what is your latest DNF? I don't really DNF books. I don't really believe in DNFing them, because if I am going to either review a book or talk about a book, I like to be able to have read the book front to back, so I don't really believe in DNFing them, even though I probably should start more DNFing because then it just prolongs the reading for other books. But I would have to say the one book I have DNF'd, that I have marked DNF on Goodreads, is Everly After by Rebecca Paula. I just did not like this book. I DNF'd it, I think, like 39 pages in. I just couldn't do it. 6, which book have you read due to controversy? And I have 2 books for this answer. The first one is 50 Shades of Grey by E.L. James. I read this right before they were casting for the movie, so there was still lots of controversy around it because it was becoming a movie then. So yeah, this one. And then also similar to that is After by Anna Todd. This I read last year, no, the year before, I think, and I loved it. But yeah, I picked this one up due to all of the controversy and the talk around it. 7, have you read a book where you questioned the author's sanity? For this, I have to say Sordid by Nikki Sloan. This book is so dark, and like, I've read dark books before, but this one was just like on a completely different level that I was like, what is this book? This is so wrong. I think there's trigger warnings in that book for maybe rape or assault. I can't remember, but I read this like a couple years ago and it was horrid. 8, what is the most cringe-worthy book you've read? Price of a Kiss by Linda Cage. This, the male character in this book made me cringe. It's not like a badly written book, it's just the subject that was very like cringy, like what the male character did, and I was like, oh, like I don't like this. So 9. What is a book you have read sold due to the cover? I would have to say The Replacement Crush by Lisa Brown Roberts. I picked this, I don't know if you can see it, but I picked this one up due to the cover, and I mean the premise sounded interesting, but ultimately the cover sold me and I needed to have it. So another one for that one would be First Touch by Laurelyn Page. I had read her books before I picked this one up, so I was familiar with her writing and her stories and whatnot, but this, I just love the cover and I had to pick it up. 10. Name a book you're embarrassed to admit you've read. I am out of focus. I don't have a book that I'm embarrassed to, like, that I've read. I never get embarrassed by books that I've read. Doesn't bother me. 11. Name an unknown book that you wish more people know of. That is Love Game by Tracy Wolff. I love this book. I wish it was printed in physical copy because I would buy a million of them. I just love this book. Yeah, it was phenomenal. 12. Name a favorite villain. I'm gonna have to go with Levana from the Lunar Chronicles. I think she's a fantastic villain. She is horrible and just all of the mean stuff. I thought she made a great villain, and it's very rare to see female villains in books, especially in the YA, so yes. 13. Name a book you enjoyed that you read that is outside of the norm of genre you usually read. For this, I picked Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. I don't really read fantasy anymore, but I really did enjoy this one, and I will be picking up the sequel. 14. Name tropes you actually enjoy reading. I am not picky when it comes to tropes. I enjoy pretty much everything, except maybe love triangles. Unless they're done really well, then I am okay with them, but I typically am not picky when it comes to genres when it comes to tropes. I'm not picky about them. If it's a good book, I'll enjoy it. 15. What/who inspired you to join BookTube? I would say everyone that I watch. I would just say the whole community in general made me join. I've been watching the YouTube for maybe a good 3 to 4 years, so I finally bought a camera and I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. So yeah. Anyways, those are all the questions in the Bookish Bookin book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tag whoever wants to do this tag. Feel free to do it, or feel free to answer the questions in the comments. That's fine. Anyways, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!